Eli, Eli, lama azavtani is a direct quote from the Hebrew Old Testament. Ješua could speak Hebrew and he could quote from the Old Testament in Hebrew. Za'ak Ješua bekol gadol ve'amar, Eli, Eli, lama azavtani, my El, why did you forsake me? Now remember, in the Greek version of Mark, it first quotes Ješua in Aramaic and then translates the sentence into Greek. It quotes Ješua in Aramaic, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. That's Aramaic transliteration. And then it translates that into Greek. And we see the same thing in the Latin Vulgate, and we see the same thing even in the Aramaic Peshitta. It quotes Ješua in Aramaic and then translates what Ješua said into Aramaic. Of course, that doesn't make much sense. And many people have concluded, based on this and similar verses, that Ješua spoke Aramaic on the cross. Meaning what? Many people then conclude that Ješua could not speak Hebrew. Hebrew was a dead language. They could not quote the Bible in Hebrew, and they only spoke Aramaic, and that's why Ješua quoted this verse in Aramaic on the cross. However, if we look at the Hebrew version, it does not quote Ješua in Aramaic. Eli, Eli, lama azavtani is a direct quote from the Hebrew Old Testament. Ješua could speak Hebrew and he could quote from the Old Testament in Hebrew. And by the way, this also is an evidence of authenticity, because if the Hebrew Gospels from Sepharad derived from the Greek, Latin, or Aramaic Peshitta versions, it would have quoted Ješua first in Aramaic and then in translation, based on the other versions. So very clearly, this was not translated from Greek, Latin, nor from the Aramaic Peshitta. For more information about this evidence of authenticity, as well as the previous interesting reading we just looked at from the Gospel of John, please see our introductions to Mark and John.